Big weights under the bright lights deep in the heart of Texas. Barbells are going up while records are going down. The fittest athletes in the world take on the Bella Complex. The heat gets turned up in Event 3. It's a burner on the bikes. Day 2 of the 2021 Rogue Invitational is next. Austin, Texas, the capital of the Lone Star State, and just a few miles away, we are in the capital of fitness. Welcome inside Dell Diamond Stadium in Round Rock, Texas. It is day 2 of the 2021 Rogue Invitational. The women are set to take on event number 3 of 7, but before we get to that, let's take a look back at what was an exciting end to day number 1. Event 2 took place under the lights, and it featured a fan favorite. Heavy barbells were out for the Bella Complex. One of the youngest competitors in the field stole the show in the opening heat of Event 2. 17-year-old Emma Carey lifted 237 pounds in her final attempt to set the top score heading into the second and final heat.
237 as she looks to win the opening heat here.
Overall leader Annie Thorisdottir got close to Carey but couldn't beat her. Thorisdottir's best lift was 235 pounds.
And Smile says that she thinks she has it already.
And she does indeed.
Gabriella Magala matched Thorisdottir at 235. The other 17-year-old in the competition was just 5 pounds behind Emma Carey. Al O'Brien maxed out at 232.
She's so strong for just 17. She's so much power.
The battle for the event win would come down to 3 of the most powerful women in the sport: Amanda Barnhart, Laura Horvath, and Tia Toomey. Laura Horvath opened with 235 pounds. So did Tia Toomey.
235 is good for Toomey, so she and Horvath with the 2 best lifts in round number 1. As we move to round number 2.
Amanda Barnhart looked to tie Emma Carey's top lift on her second attempt, but Barnhart could not complete the final lift in the complex.
And there it is.
No.
It has nothing to do with strength, everything to do with positioning.
Laura Horvath had better luck on her second lift. She hit 247 pounds and took the lead from Emma Carey in the event.
And that's the lifting I'm used to seeing from Laura Horvath.
Laura Horvath is your new leader at 247, and the fireworks are going off for Laura Horvath.
Horvath didn't keep it long.
And Tia Toomey hits 250, and she takes the lead, and that is a new record on the Bella Complex, hence the fireworks. Third and final round, Tia Toomey, your leader.
In round 3, Amanda Barnhart corrected her mistake. 240 pounds gave her third place in the event. Horvath would take the lead again and set a record.
257 is good for Laura Horvath, and that is a new record.
Fireworks.
She was good at 257 pounds, the heaviest lift ever in the Bella Complex. And once again, her lead did not last long. Neither did her record.
Don't want to take your finger off that button just yet, because we got 260 pounds on the bar for Tia Toomey. Final lift of this event. And
Wow.
260, a new record and an event win for Tia Toomey.
Tia Toomey made 260 look easy. She would set a new record and win the event.
And maybe the fireworks ran out of ammo.
I say we're going to run out of fireworks with this crowd.
Here's where we stand after 2 of the 7 events. Tia Toomey has the overall lead. Annie Thorisdottir is in second. Laura Horvath and Gabriella Magala are tied at 175 points. And then the 2 17-year-olds, Emma Carey and Mal O'Brien. Event 3 is one of the fastest we will see this weekend. You just have to stomp the gas. Hang on.
When you look at the combination, just look at there on the left side. If I could say the best description is an S sandwich, Sean, and that's that's the best way when you put thrusters and EchoBike cows together.
It's a lethal combination of movements indeed. Annie Thorisdottir will see if she can reclaim the overall lead from Tia Toomey. Event 3 is up next, the Echo Burner, when we return to the 2021 Rogue Invitational.
The 2021 Rogue Invitational on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Rogue. Don't weaken.
We are set for the start of Event 3 of 7, the Echo Burner here at Dell Diamond Stadium. Just 2 movements, the thrusters and the Echo Bike, and it will be an all-out sprint for the most part.
And this is just a go. It's not a full send go, but it's about right to the edge before you jump off into the abyss of nothingness. And Annie Thorisdottir got second to Amanda Barnhart in the similar event that we saw in Madison by just 6 seconds. So their ability is right on par with each other. But Amanda Barnhart, again, she's just one of those more powerful, stronger athletes that can use the bike. But it's really hard to count out, Tia Toomey in any facet of fitness when it's tested here on the main stage.
And the battle for the podium going on right in the middle of the floor. That's where the overall leaders will be. And there is Amanda Barnhart, who comes in 9th place overall, a 16th place finish in event 1, and then a 3rd in event number 2.
And when you're coming in 9th, knowing that there's only 7 events that we know of, 6 that we actually know, with a 7th event looming for the final, is that puts you in a position that you're going to have to start taking some chances. And this is a good event for her to do that. I think a good wild card, look over there in lane number 8, Mal O'Brien is one of those athletes that is not afraid to start fast and have really no idea how it's going to finish out in the end. So keep your eyes on lane 8 with Mal O'Brien.
20 thrusters to begin at 75 pounds, then onto the 32 calories on the Echo Bike, and then we close with another 20 thrusters. Still waiting on the official time to beat, but both Emily Rolfe and Catherine Davidsdottir got in at about the 3-minute mark. We are now 30 seconds into this event.
Now I can see Mal getting to the bike earlier than Amanda or Annie just based off their length. Annie will probably get to the bike last or close to it.
But all the athletes finishing within a couple seconds of each other, now on to the 32 calories. We'll keep an eye on the judges' hands as they will go into the air, signifying that their athlete has 5 calories to go.
Lane 4, Lowell Horvath in the light top and black shorts is pushing pretty hard on that bike. And you'll see it at almost a tale of 2 athletes in this, Sean. You have the thruster, which is going to benefit a smaller, more power-based athlete, where the bike benefits the bigger, more engine style. So there's also some beautiful symmetry in this event, other than just the rep scheme, but also with the movements.
Tia Toomey in the middle of the floor, your overall leader, 190 total points. She has a 15-point cushion on Thorisdottir, Horvath, and Magala, and she won the Bella Bar Complex on day 1 to close out that day of competition and set a new record at 260 pounds in the process.
It's like Barnhart, lane 3.
Barnhart, Horvath, and Carey all on their final calories. And here comes Emma Carey first to the barbell.
Now again, it's a tale of 2 sets of 10s. The first 10 where you're just like, did I make a good choice on the bike? And then the last 10 where it really is, do you have enough to hang on?
Horvath, Barnhart, and Thorisdottir now on the barbell. So Tia Toomey has yet to get off the bike. So this is a chance for all these women to pick up points on your overall leader. And here comes Tia Toomey.
Barnhart in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen is dismantling these last set of thrusters.
She is rifling through these reps. Amanda Barnhart with 5 to go. Horvath with 5 to go. Emma Carey starting to struggle with her barbell. And Amanda Barnhart smashes this event. 2:43 unofficially. Here's Horvath.
Carey got a no rep.
So Emma Carey falling apart here. Annie Thorisdottir is in. So Laura Horvath will be in 2nd place all by herself. Now it's a matter of how many points she can pick up on Tia Toomey, who is just coming across the finish line.
And those times from Heat 1 are playing into factor where Toomey crossed once we get the final results.
You can see the carnage that is left in the wake of this event. Final results for the Echo Burner, the third of 7 events. Amanda Barnhart picks up her first win of the competition. Laura Horvath earns 95 points with that second place. Annie Thorisdottir, she gets 90 for third, and she and Horvath will both overtake Toomey in the overall standings. Amanda Barnhart continues to move up the leaderboard with another top 3 performance here.
Amanda Barnhart looked unfazed by the bike when she got to that last set of thrusters. Now, Carrie got to the bar first, but you could tell her legs coming off the bike were not in a good spot. And I'm actually surprised how well Emma Carey hung on, but the speed at which Barnhart was going, she was basically ripping that bar down back to the rack position.
Let's send it down to Kiki Dixon, who's with Amanda Barnhart.
Amanda, 2 sets of very separate thrusters. How different did the first set of thrusters feel from the second?
I don't even remember the first set of thrusters. They didn't matter at all.
You really kicked it into gear with those thrusters, but how did you decide to pace on the Rogue Echo bike?
I honestly went almost as hard as I could on the bike because I knew the thrusters were going to be there no matter what.
You're starting day 2 with an event win. How do you carry that momentum into the rest of the events?
Oh gosh, it was a great workout to start the day with. I'm super excited for the other 2. It's beautiful in this stadium. We have a great crowd here, so it's going to be fun.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you, guys.
Here are the overall standings with 4 events remaining. Annie Thorisdottir and Laura Horvath are tied with 270 points. Tia Toomey drops to 3rd, but she's just 10 points back. Gabriella Magala is in 4th with 235 points, and Emma Carey rounds out the top 5. Amanda Barnhart gets her first win in the competition and moves into 6th place overall. Annie Thorisdottir moves back to the top of the leaderboard along with Laura Horvath. Coming up next, the men feel the burn of Event 3. More action still to come from the 2021 Rogue Invitational. Back at the 2021 Rogue Invitational, where the men are set to take on the third of 7 events, the Echo Burner. They closed out day 1 of competition last night with Event 2, the Bella Complex. We had a change at the top of the overall leaderboard in that event and a dominant performance from a rising star from Brazil. Andre Uday would make up for a 19th place finish in Event 1 in the opening heat of the Bella Complex.
And that is no problem for Andre Uday as he takes the lead from Alexander Corona, and he is fired up.
Uday would set the mark to beat after hitting 352 pounds on his final lift. It didn't take long for someone in the final heat to beat it.
Oh, come on.
Brazil's Gui Medeiros put up a monster 357 pounds on his opening attempt.
357 for Medeiros.
After that, it was clear the battle in the second heat would be for second place. Jeffrey Adler got off to a great start after hitting 337 pounds on his first attempt.
No problem for Jeffrey Adler, 337, as he puts himself in second place, now with 2 lifts remaining as we kick off round number 2.
Travis Mayer would tie him in round 2. Overall leader and defending Rogue Invitational champion Pat Vellner tried to keep pace with the leaders.
And Vellner is good on his second attempt at 330.
He's got more in there. I don't know how much he has. I think for him, it's just keeping his eyes on really what Medeiros looks like on this next lift.
Justin Medeiros, who came into the event trailing Vellner by 5 points in the standings, put up 342 pounds in round 2.
That just shows he has more in the tank. There's a lot of power left in those legs.
With that, Medeiros is in second place in this heat.
But this was Gui Medeiros' event, and he made sure everyone knew it.
So strong. If you want to see really where the strength lies, is watch his legs on the squat.
Medeiros hit 367 pounds on his second lift. Nobody was going to touch him in the Bella Complex.
He's putting on a show for these fans and looking to lock up an event win here to close out day number 1.
Pat Vellner would close with 342 as he tried to hang on to the top spot on the overall leaderboard.
Third and final lift now for Pat Vellner, and Vellner will hit that final jerk.
Very nice.
Great result for him at 342 pounds.
It wouldn't be enough. Justin Medeiros hit 352 pounds to take third in the event and overtake Vellner.
Medeiros almost lost that one. but able to save it, and that is big as he moves into a tie for third with Travis Mayer at 352 pounds.
And the big part there is if that bar comes down, he's tied with Vellner at 342, so that was a huge save by Medeiros.
Travis Mayer would match Medeiros on his final lift.
Now Jeffrey Adler, the final man to go here.
Jeffrey Adler would lock up second place and get the closest to Medeiros with his last lift at 360 pounds. After 2 of the 7 events, Justin Medeiros is your overall leader. Pat Vellner is now in second, 20 points back. Guy Medeiros is just 5 points back of Vellner after that performance in the Bella Complex. Then it's Jayson Hopper and Jeffrey Adler rounding out the top 5. Coming up next, it's time to feel the burn. Justin Medeiros tries to hang on to his overall lead and hold off Pat Vellner. Event 3, the Echo Burner, when we return to the 2021 Rogue Invitational.
The 2021 Rogue Invitational on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Ram Trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
We are set for Event 3 at the 2021 Rogue Invitational. It's the Echo Burner. It is going to be fast, just 3 total movements, 80 repetitions, with 40 calories on the bike.
Sandwiching 40 cals on the Echo bike between 20 thrusters on either side at 115. As you said before, it's coming down to that. The Devil's Tricycle, the Rogue Echo bike, is just a different layer of pain, usually reserved for the sick-headedness, as those that want to actually win this event. It's going to come down to that. And as we said before, is at fitness level all even. This is a huge want to event, and it's going to really come down to how hard do you want to push on the bike and how long do you want to hang on to those last 20 thrusters.
Justin Medeiros is your overall leader after 2 events. He took second in Event 1, then followed that up with a 3rd place finish in Event 2. This is his first appearance at the Rogue Invitational, but he did win the CrossFit Games back in August to be crowned the fittest man on earth. And he may be the next dominant force on the men's side in the sport. He's just 22 years old, still has a long way to go before he hits the ceiling, and we are underway. We start with those 20 thrusters at 115 pounds.
See all the athletes just facing about what's to come. 40 cals on the Echo bike.
Pat Vellner and Justin Medeiros right next to each other in lanes 5 and 6. Vellner comes in trailing Medeiros by 20 points.
Now, I'm not surprised to see Guy off the thrusters first, but Medeiros is right on his heels.
Every athlete getting done in about 3 seconds, 4 seconds of each other, and they are all onto the bike for those 40 calories before it's back to the barbell for the final time as we approach the 1-minute mark here. Cole Sager on the top of your screen really cranking away on that Echo bike.
He's cranking that hard. Vellner as well. His pace is cycling a little bit quicker than Medeiros and Medeiros. And Chandler Smith is one of those athletes that did very well in the 21:15.9 that we saw in Madison. But Medeiros got to the bike first, about 5 or 10 seconds it seemed like ahead of Vellner, but Vellner doesn't have a self-preservation sensor as well as Mayer does.
Cole Sager needs to get to the 60 rep mark before he will move on to the barbell, and then there are 80 total reps in this event, so 40 on the bike and then 20 more on the barbell, and Sager is almost inside his final 5 calories. He is leaving Justin Medeiros well behind him right now. Jayson Hopper sits in 3rd, followed closely by Pat Vellner and Jeff Adler. And Cole Sager is off first. Pat Vellner's judge's hand is in the air, as is Medeiros' judge. Now here comes Jayson Hopper in 2nd. Medeiros is off, and here comes Pat Vellner.
Sager stumbling a little bit on the top part of your screen. Hopper did as well, but it looks like he found his rhythm.
Justin Medeiros and Pat Vellner working through their final set of 20 thrusters. Right now, Medeiros with about a 2-rep lead. Jayson Hopper still the leader in this heat. Vellner came into this event trailing Medeiros by 20 points for the overall lead. That deficit looks like it will increase. Jayson Hopper on his final rep, and he is done. Jayson Hopper will win the event, 100 points. Now Medeiros is in. He will earn 95 points. Jeffrey Adler looks like he will be the next man to finish. Adler is across, and it looks like Pat Vellner diving across the finish line will edge out Guy Medeiros by 0.3 of a second. Final results for event 3. Jayson Hopper with his first win of the competition, 2:33.42 seconds for him. Medeiros earns another top 3 finish. Uldis Upnik's time from heat 1 is good enough for 3rd. Adler and Vellner round out the top 5. Let's take one more look at that strong finish from Hopper.
Jayson Hopper on the right had 20 thrusters and 20 thrusters only left in his body to finish that. And he's looking around. He can't even believe that he got ahead of everybody.
First event win of the competition for Jayson Hopper as he takes the Echo Burner, and he is with Kiki Dixon.
Jayson, we know you were looking forward to this event, but what about it particularly had you with so much confidence coming into it?
I knew I was in control most of the time, and I knew being 220, I was going to be in the advantage. So push through, power. I know it was going to be a little bit easier for me on the bike than for others. So
these events are known to cause a lot of pain, and you talk about pushing through. When that pain hits, what do you do to manage that?
Yeah, it's coping for real in my head. I was just telling myself, what's going to hurt worse, losing or this pain? So obviously losing hurts worse.
Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
With that victory, Jayson Hopper has moved himself into 2nd place overall, 25 points back on Medeiros. Pat Vellner slides down 1 spot to 3rd. Brazil's Guy Medeiros is in 4th, and it's Jeffrey Adler in 5th with 225 points.
Barbells, a burner, and battles for the top of the leaderboard. The resurgent Annie Thorisdottir continues to defy time as she heads to the top of the standings. But defending Invitational champ Tia Toomey will not relinquish her crown without a fight. Consistency is the name of the game for Justin Medeiros as he takes the overall lead. Pat Vellner is lurking, while Guy Medeiros is hoping to hit another home run. 4 events remain at the 2021 Rogue Invitational. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.